Good morning, everyone. Hillbilly Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning, recipes, a little bit of everything. Have something special for you guys today. So today I'm going to make a pecan praline cheesecake. Let's get started. First we have 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs, which I did grind up myself, but you can buy them already ground up. I have a 1/4 cup of pecans. I have 3 tablespoons of sugar. I have a 1/3 cup of butter. I have 3 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. I have 1 cup of firmly packed brown sugar, 3 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and Cool Whip that I'm going to use for my garnish. Stay tuned. Okay, the first thing that we want to do is we have to get our butter melted. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave very briefly and get this melted down. We're going to mix our graham cracker crumbs, our pecans, and our white sugar with the 1/3 cup of melted butter. This is what's going to make our crust. I'm going to be making my cheesecake in a 9-inch springform pan. It's a cheesecake pan. It's called a springform because it springs open so you can take the bottom out and show your cheesecake. We want this mixed up really good because we want it to stick really good. So now I'm going to start making my crust. To me, cheesecake isn't cheesecake without a graham cracker crust. You want to mash it down really good into your springform pan. Push them up on the sides because you do want a little bit of crust around the edges of your cheesecake. Doesn't have to be a lot. Okay, we've preheated our oven to 350 degrees. What I'm about to do is I'm going to put this in the oven and I'm going to cook it for 8 minutes. And while that's cooking, we're going to get our cheesecake mixture ready. Okay, I've let my cream cheese set out for several hours to get it softened. It's much easier to work with. It blends much better. So let's start putting these in here. Okay, we're going to beat this cream cheese on high until creamy. We're going to slow it down a bit now. We're going to add our brown sugar. A good way to soften your brown sugar if it starts to get clumpy or if it's hard whenever you go to use it is pop it in the microwave for about 45 seconds to a minute and that softens it right back up. Okay, now we're going to start to add our eggs one at a time. It's already smelling like cheesecake. Now we're going to slow it down and we're going to put in our vanilla. Here's our crust. It was in the oven for about 8 minutes, and now we're getting ready to pour our mixture in. I think it's looking quite superb right now. So I'm going to turn this off. And we are ready now to pour this into our crust that is in our 9-inch springform pan. There's the crust. Doesn't that look delicious? So now, let's start pouring in. I've made this many times and my family simply loves it, so I know that they're going to enjoy it this time around too. Cheesecake, homemade cheesecake really is quite simple if you think about it. And I'm going to jiggle this around and settle it. And we're going to pop it in a 325-degree oven for about 40 minutes. Now I had some remnants because I did make my own graham crackers. I had a little bit left over and I had some pecans left over because I did chop those as well. I put these aside because I'm going to use these as a garnish as well on the top of my cheesecake when it's done. You may want to do the same as well. Here's our cheesecake. It is done. Now we're going to leave it in the oven for 30 minutes and I'm going to leave the oven door cracked. You don't want to move. You don't want to shake it because it might make the cheesecake crack on top. Okay, the cheesecake's been out of the oven probably about an hour. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. Be sure and put a plate or take some saran wrap and put on top of it because you don't want it to sweat. We have our cheesecake here. I did let it sit out from the oven probably about an hour, and then I put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours because you don't want it to sweat and you want it to cool off. Look how the edges are perfect, and it did not split. And even if it does split, you can usually cover it with your garnish to where it's not even visible. So now I'm going to start garnishing it with my Cool Whip. So I put my Cool Whip in here. I put my tip, and so we're going to get started decorating. I'm going to leave it in the springform pan until tomorrow whenever my guests arrive, and then when I take it out of the springform pan, it will be perfect. See how easy that is? You just push the button and double it down. And I'm just going to keep going around and round and round until I fill in the whole cheesecake. And you want to wait till the cheesecake is fully cooled, or this Cool Whip will melt and kind of leave an icky look. And by tomorrow, this will be fully set and be absolutely beautiful. Now you may remember at the beginning, I told you that I saved some of my graham crackers and some of my pecans, and so now I'm going to use these, and I'm just going to sprinkle on top. Okay, so now I'm going to cover this. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and it'll be ready for my guests tomorrow. I will open up the springform pan, and I will show you how to do that. But in the meantime, look how gorgeous that is. Here we are finishing up our cheesecake that we made yesterday. So we're going to undo our springform pan and show you how beautiful this turned out. And there you have it, folks. You can't get any better than that. A homemade pecan praline cheesecake. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like our channel and like our video. And please subscribe to our channel. Take care. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.